Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting, and I'm back with part 2 of my tutorial about how to make this amazing explosion box that was designed for our team retreat by Kayla Souza. If I put the lid back on, just in case you missed the last part, comes as a box for you to give someone, and then when they open it, the sides flap down. You've got something different on each side, and in the middle you've got a little drawer that you can pop. I've popped just some confetti in there, but you could pop anything in there, and it's got a little heart here as well on its side in the middle there, so it make a beautiful wedding card, engagement card, anniversary card, really gorgeous. And you could actually stamp some sentiments as well if you wanted. I preferred to keep mine plain. Anyway, I'm going to show you how we made it. So I made the lid and the base last time, so I hope you caught that. If not, pop back and have a look. So we're going to be decorating the inside. So what we're going to do, we're going to do the two little cards to go in the slots first of all, in the little envelopes. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take a stamp from the meant to be stamp set, which is this one, and it's this little floral spray that I'm using here, and I'm going to stamp it in Petal Pink because that's the colour I'm using for this one. Last one I used Purple Posy, this one I'm using Petal Pink. Slide that in because it's a bit wonky. Oh, there we go. So just, I'm going to have the straight side going up, and I'm just going to print that just below the dotted line there. Sorry if you can see my head, I can't get over it. There we go. Okay, so that goes on there, and that is going to just slip into one of our pockets. The card measures 6.5 by 5.5. And you might just want to check how far in your pockets you can get down, because you've got tear and tape there, so you just want to check. So a little bit of stamping just peeking out the top there. And then the other one, oh, and I'd already, I forgot to say, I'd already die cut the top of this one with the die from the set. Here are my dies. This border die. So I cut my piece of card to 6.5, and then I just laid my die on there and die cut that to give that a nice little border. We're going to use that again later on, that die. And then the next one, I used another die, which is this one, little edging die on the top there. And then we're just going to come in with a little heart, so this little heart stamp here, and just stamp some hearts down the side. So Petal Pink again, like so, 3 little hearts down the side, and that will fit into our other pocket like so. So we've got the 2 pockets done. Now we need to decorate this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these very lacy hearts. Oh, and I haven't got enough glue out here. I need to get some more glue, sorry. I've just put some more glue on my thing here. I just put a little bit of Tombow or other glue on my on a plastic lid, so that I can smooth it on with a cocktail stick, because I don't like it all being everywhere. I like to put a very little bit of glue on. So on the back of your die, make sure you've got rid of all the little pieces out of it. It's can be quite time consuming getting all the little pieces out of this die, but I've cut it out in Petal Pink again, so that's just going to go there like so. So just make sure you get the most of it, and then that's just going to go there like so. And then I've already stamped a heart. I've used this stamp here, and I've then die cut it with the matching die. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it here. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the bottom of it, so that the top of it stands up, and I'm going to glue the bottom so it'll be flat at the bottom but protruding at the top, just elevated slightly at the top. So there we go. So just take the dimensionals off. Oh, I know what I forgot to do on the on these ones. I'll go back to that in a sec. There we go. And put that there. And then another die, I've cut another die, die cut with, let me show you, this little heart here. So one of the scalloped stitched hearts in the set. There's so many lovely hearts in this set. It's really worth getting because there's so many different hearts in it that you could use a different one on each card and have about 20 different cards going on with just the one set. There we go. And a little bit of glue on the bottom. So again, I've got dimensionals on the top and a little bit of glue on the bottom, and that's going there. And then on mine, the flowers that I used on this one were actually snowflakes from one of the sets of stamps in the new in the autumn winter catalogue. I don't have that set of punches, so I've gone back to using one of the little flower punches that came, I think, with the last spring and summer catalogue, and they retired them really quickly, but they're lovely little flowers. So you need to find, you either need to have the snowflake punch from the new catalogue or any other little flower punch that you've got. And so I'm just going to do a little white flower, and what I do with these flowers is I've got a bit of foam and an embossing tool, and this has got quite a big ball on it, this embossing tool, and I just give the flower a little bit of volume, so by rubbing the embossing tool in it, and that goes there at the bottom here, just to neaten that up. And I'm going to put a pearl on there as well. I'm going to turn around and do this one next of all, and this one requires 2 little squares, so you need a little petal pink square or whatever the colour is that you're using. So just some glue on there. I'm just doing this for quickness now, using my cocktail stick and the glue I've already got out. You could use Tombow, you could even use tear and tape again, you could use snail, you can use anything. I'll work with this. There we go. So that's one square, and that's going to go straight, and then the other square is going to be put on at an angle, or as we say in Norfolk, on the H. I didn't realise before I moved out of Norfolk on the east coast that wasn't a thing for everybody. So yeah, so we say on the wonk or on the H, but apparently it's a very Norfolk phrase. So down here in Surrey, people look at me a bit strangely when I say that. And I'm sure my American friends watching, or my other international friends watching me, will think very strange as well. There we go. So it just means, on the H means just not straight, just an angle. So there we go. Apparently we have a lot of phrases in Norfolk. I didn't ever realise that they were all distinctive to Norfolk. I just thought everybody used them until I moved away. Right, and then we're going to put a heart, and that's going to fit in the square. So the heart's going to be slightly angled as well, because it's going to fit into the white square. And then I'm going to come in with some more flowers and put them in the middle of the heart. You're going to have quite a big gap in the middle of this heart. So you can see this is very easy to do. What I'll do on my blog, I'm going to post a picture of all the different die cuts that you need, because there's so many that we use on here that rather than show you me die cutting them all and showing you exactly, I've just done a picture of all the die cuts that you need. So it should be very easy to follow that diagram. So you can just pop down to my blog. The link will be below when I post the video. So here we go. So just bring my sponge in again. I'm not sure how many I'm going to need this time, because they're smaller than the flowers I used before. So I'm going to do 5, but I might only use 3, depending on how they look. There we go. And let's just see, what do we think? 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think 3 is fine. Yeah, I'm going to use 2 petal pink and 1 white. There we go. And they all have pearls in them, which I'll come in and do in a sec. There we go. Lovely. Yeah, that looks quite sweet with those little flowers, quite like that. Okay, and the only other thing I need to do is just to bring in these two little flourishes and put them at the base here. I forgot to do them at the time. So there we go. Like so. And another one like so. And I'm hoping that my camera might hold out. I'm just going to have a look and see how much time we've been. 10 minutes. Oh, we've got 5 minutes. Good. Okay. So I might not put the pearls in now because I'm sure you can all imagine me sticking the pearls in. What I am going to do is I'm going to come to the lid and just do the lid. Okay. So here was my previous lid. So you need a bigger square in whatever colour you're using. So I've got petal pink. So again, put some glue on the back there. Stick it to the lid. This also gives the lid a bit more strength because that paper that the designer paper that we're using for the lid is not the strongest in the universe. So that will help. So put that there. And you might want to get your fingers inside. So you might want to turn it upside down and maybe come in with your bone folder to just make sure that's stuck. We've then got another white heart that again is going to go on the side. It's going to need some more glue here. Just squeeze a little bit more Tombow in there. There we go. So again, I don't know how else you'd stick these little tiny bits, but except in the way that I'm doing it with the cocktail stick. It's a bit too small to sort of squeeze Tombow onto, I think. So if you haven't already done so, when you're next in the supermarket, pick up some cocktail sticks. You'll find them very, very useful. And in fact, this is a Pringles lid. So whenever we have Pringles, I always rescue the lids to use for my glue. Right, so that's that. And then the other heart is going to go on the other way. So again, just smooth the glue out. And you just need to catch all the little bits. But you don't need to get a glue on every little bit here. This is not going to get too much rough handling, so it's not going to be liable to come apart. There we go. And that's going to go there. And once again, we need some flowers. So again, I've got 2 flowers here. So I might just do another white flower. Just put some dimension into another flower. And stick those on in the centre of my heart. So a little bit of glue on the back there. So very easy. Can you see how easy it's been so far to make this box? Making it really beautiful. And of course you don't have to do everything the same as I've done. I've changed up Kayla's design a little bit, but you could do your own design for the decoration. The exploding box bit was very straightforward. There we go. And then it's just a case of adding the pearls to those, which I'll do before I come on to video again. So this can fold up. And put the lid on like so. It is a little bit of a fiddle. There we go. It does go on though. And then the hearts, and then we've got to do the border around here. So all I did with the border was I just glued along a little bit. So glued enough to stick on the side. And then it's easier to do it if it's on the box because it's got a bit of give. So you can just stick that on there. And then when you get to the corner, give it a big tweak and a big squeeze so you've got a nice sharp corner, and then glue a little bit more. And then I cut that bit off and then started again with the new strips. You needed 2 strips to go all the way around your box. So that's the basis of our exploding box. What I'm going to do is come back next time and show you how to do the little heart and the drawer inside. With the flowers. So hope you've enjoyed the video. Do pop down to my blog, which will have all the details on. And I think that's it from me today. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you to Kayla for her original design. Cheers, bye.